Let me just play this one soundbite and tell me what you guys think about it, because it went everywhere. Sliwa went on the Nate Friedman show. I thought it was very powerful. Here's what he said.
Okay, if Mamdani wins, that you, so to speak, contributed to that.
Well, number one, Ackman is a jerk. Has he been right yet? Here's a guy who goes up to Newport, Rhode Island and thinks he's a professional tennis player. Come on, Ackman, stay in your lane. Does he know anything about politics? No. Does he live in New York City? No. He lives in Chapakua, the whitest suburb of America, where even the lawn jockeys are white. He may know Wall Street. He may know hedge funds. He has been wrong every step of the way with the billionaires. So let's say people come to the conclusion, if somehow I lose, and we know Andrew Cuomo's lost, he's already tossed into town. Oh, it's because of you, Curtis. Really? It's because of the Democrats. Wait a second. Who created Zohran Mamdani? Who embraced him? Who nourished him? Who supported him? And how dare you, people who know nothing about politics, suggest that everybody who's going to vote for me is suddenly going to be reborn? We love Andrew Cuomo. He killed all these elderly. He's a sexual harasser. He told conservatives and Republicans in 2014, if you're conservative and you believe in right to life and the Second Amendment, you have no place in New York. You need to leave. This is the result of the Democrat self-destruction. So I'm supposed to help them? How come they don't help themselves? I represent a major party line. I have people running under me, council people, judges. They put their heart and soul into it. They support me. I have more donations than Andrew Cuomo does, matching funds. So you know something? This is called voting. Sure. Since when do we not let people vote? Billionaires determine the next mayor? If they don't like it, they can leave. They have options. Blue-collar working class people don't. Those are the people I'm representing, not Andrew Cuomo. Sure.
He's devastating. He's very good. Come on, that's quite amazing, is it not, Dan?
Oh, absolutely. And Megyn, I don't know if you watched the debate, but he was very, very good. I mean, yeah. if you didn't know who was who.
What do you say? The author and the apprentice, or the architect and the apprentice?
Yeah, I mean, it was beautiful. And conversely, to his point, Andrew Cuomo looked old and stilted and, rambled on and on. And so I'm sure it is just grating at Sliwa to say, he's got energy. He's got more of his party behind him. And that Cuomo is kind of in this like mushy area where he's just like, he's not Mamdani. So we all need to rally to him. So I think just like Democrats ran RFK out, if you are going to get Sliwa out, I think trying to insult him about payroll and family, not the way to do it. Open your arms like Trump did to RFK, embrace him, bring him in, give him, treat him with respect and dignity. That's probably your best bet.
It was very clever of him, Mark, to, in that soundbite, not focus necessarily on all the things about Cuomo that we know, but to speak to the things that do bother Republicans about him, like that comment about the Second Amendment and abortion rights, and you don't belong in New York. If you disagree with me on that, that's what makes a lot of people on the right say, over my dead body am I voting for anyone named Cuomo, in particular this one. He's not exactly Fredo, but he's no Mario.
Yeah. Well, this is why we're 7 steps away from the race being competitive, because it's not just about getting Curtis Sliwa out. It's about then trying to figure out, how do you use Donald Trump, for instance? Last-minute robocalls would probably be more effective to Republicans than any public statement. But Donald Trump yesterday, they continue to talk about the race. One of the fascinating things about Curtis, I think, is he's speaking the language of the populist, right? He's talking as a Republican about not letting billionaires decide the race. And what's interesting about the kind of connection between Sliwa and Mamdani is they're both anti-billionaire, right? They're both anti-establishment.
Yeah.
They're both saying, don't let the machine, business as usual, carry the day. And that's one reason, even if the country isn't riveted by this, there's a lot to learn here about the mood of the nation. Even though it's New York and New York's different than every place else, it is an experiment to say these two guys are really striking a chord, whereas Cuomo has not, because they're talking like Donald Trump against the influence of special interests, against the status quo, for change, not business as usual.
Sean Spicer, I have to say, for me, it's boiling down to, and I don't get a vote anymore. I left New York, but I was a New York City resident for 17 years recently. So I feel connected to the city, and we don't live that far from it. So, we go into New York all the time. But for me, this is boiling down to whether, forget the fact that Zohran Mamdani is a socialist. Okay, that's a big thing to forget. But let's forget that for a second. It's like between this guy Cuomo, who is a terrible man, who hates Republicans, who thinks people like you and me should leave the state because of our good faith held beliefs, who killed off a bunch of grandparents without even acknowledging, who lied. The sex pest thing, yes, that's out there too. And choosing someone who I actually believe doesn't give a shit that we were attacked by Muslim terrorists on 9/11. I actually think that this big debate unfolded on Piers Morgan between a young conservative woman and a young liberal guy. They're both pundits. About this guy's belief that Charlie Kirk was a bigot. Why do you think he was a bigot? She got in his face. Oh, because he said he should just put on the hood. Well, why did you say he should just put on the hood? Oh, because he said something about Zohran Mamdani, and we shouldn't have this like Muslim as a ruler, as a governor or a mayor in New York. Charlie was right about that. This guy scares me. And it's not just because he happens to be Muslim. It's because all the facts that have come out about this guy. And I'm just going to be honest. Islam is not consistent with our Western lifestyle or values. And I am not in favor of all of these hard Muslim representatives taking over as mayors in our cities. I'm not. It's one thing if you're a Muslim who wants to assimilate, you want to become much more like an American citizen. It's quite another if you have traditional Muslim views, which see women as subjugated, which don't believe in free speech, which do believe in merging the state and religion. And by the way, the religion is not a great one. Sorry. And that's Zohran Mamdani. That's what Charlie suspected. And that's what the evidence is proving as we now learn that this guy, Mamdani, went arm in arm, all smiles, with a man who absolutely loved what happened to us in New York on 9/11. His name is Siraj Wahaj. And while he's been described by some, he's an imam at a big mosque in New York. While he's been described to some as an unindicted 1993 World Trade Center bombing, the one that happened before 9/11, co-conspirator, that's not exactly true. He was never actually about to be indicted, says Andy McCarthy, who actually tried that case against the blind sheikh. But he was all in favor of it. He was totally in favor of it. And not just that, but this guy has gone on and on. I'm just going to give the audience a little listen to of Imam Siraj Wahaj, who has endorsed Mamdani and who Mamdani is calling a pillar of the community, Sot 17.
You don't get into politics because it's the American thing to do.
You don't get into politics because it's the American thing to do. You do it because politics can be a weapon to use in the cause of Islam.
It is an honor to die in jihad. Yes.
Honor to die in
I'm going to
jihad.
defend this country. You know what this country is? It's a garbage can. It's filthy. It's filthy and sick.
Every day they would go to school and they put an American flag in front of these little babies, Muslim babies. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Bullshit!
You tell me, Sean Spicer, whether we need to be deeply concerned about Zohran Mamdani.
Oh, you do. And you're going to have he's going to have a buddy in Minneapolis soon, too, that will be elected
Omar
mayor. But look, here's the thing that I don't get, Megyn. Like, this didn't just happen. Like, they didn't get randomly pulled from a jar like it was the lottery at night. They went through a process. New York City had a primary where they chose him. But think about the options they were given. The current corrupt mayor, Adams, Cuomo with all of the issues that you laid out.
I want to talk about that, but can you address my point on the substance?
Yeah.
Because you went back to the
I think you're right. I mean, but this is my point, though. None of this is a surprise. People chose that. His associations, he doesn't hide it. He's not out there saying, I don't know this guy. He's embracing him. Like, there's a difference. A lot of politicians would say, I don't even know this guy. I only met him once. That was just a photo. Mamdani's like, yeah, I know the guy. He's great.
He tweeted it out. Mamdani's office tweeted it.
It's confidence or it's insanity. I just can't imagine that close to early voting beginning, him openly doing this. It's bizarre.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't a guy that's hiding these associations or these views. I mean, he's also a guy that said that he has no problem taxing the white people, right? If this was any other scenario, you'd say that's blatant racism. But people are like, oh, okay, what else does he want? What else does he believe? Like, I cannot believe, with all of the things that this guy has said, all of the people that he's associated with, all of the crazy background, that there's no outrage. What is going on that this is sort of where the greatest city on earth is about to turn to lead it going forward?
I don't think people know. I don't think people do know this. I didn't know this, and I've been following this race. I did not know about the terror connection, and it's real. Here's Andy McCarthy, who's been very honest about it. He's the one who came out to say, not an unindicted co-conspirator, but not a good person. He says the New York Post is fair in describing Wahaj as a terror apologist. That's in quotes. In fact, says Andy, he testified as a defense witness at the criminal trial of the blind sheik. He showed up to back the guy who tried to bomb the World Trade Center the first time. Now you've got Mamdani out there literally calling him a pillar of the community. As I point out, Mamdani is the one who tweeted out the photo of that we're looking at now of the two of them arm in arm. He has, according to the New York Post, he's urged jihad on New York City, on the Big Apple. Not Mamdani, but his BFF here, this imam, Siraj Wahaj. Mamdani tweets out today, this is just like a week ago, today at Masjid al-Taqwa, I had the pleasure of meeting with Imam Siraj Wahaj, one of the nation's foremost Muslim leaders and a pillar of the Bed-Stuy community for nearly half a century. But
Megyn, he then attacked Cuomo for not going to a mosque. Like, somehow that's the new threshold that you have to hit in a campaign.
Cuomo blew that too. Buy gold and get free silver. That's right. For every $5,000 purchased from Birch Gold Group this month in advance of Veterans Day, they will send you a free patriotic silver round that commemorates the Gadsden and American flags. Look, gold is up over 40% since the beginning of this year, and Birch Gold can help you own it by converting an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold. Plus, they will send you free silver honoring our veterans on qualifying purchases. And if you are current or former military, Birch Gold has a special offer just for you. They are waiving custodial fees for the first year on investments of any amount. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, consider diversifying your savings into gold. Text MK to the number 989898 for a free info kit and to claim your eligibility for free silver, too, with qualifying purchase before the end of the month. Again, text MK to the number 989898. Message and data rates may apply. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.